dead and gone. She died in my arms today. All the old songs float on the breeze, remind me how we used to be. All the great martyrs who died will haunt the halls of Leinster House and the door. And the souls that never rest till Ireland is free of the lies and greed and tyranny.
So we're here in Limerick. It's around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're just in the final stage of preparation for doing an action in Shannon Airport, myself and Colm. I think what both of us have in common around this action is it's a faith-based action, which means that the reason we're here is because of our faith, and it's because of the value, I think, that we place on human life, and the fact that the US military continue to use Shannon Airport, a military that has been responsible for the deaths of so many innocent men, women and children. It demands a faith response, and that's why we're here, to make that statement within the confines of Shannon Airport, that Shannon Airport should not be given over to the US military for their illegal wars and for their immoral wars. And what we would call on is for the Irish government to withdraw permission so that our complicity in these acts of aggression would stop.
I try to follow the command of Jesus to love neighbour as self, and for me the Iraqis, the Yemenis, the Syrians who are being slaughtered are my neighbours. I am also aware of the European Union's rejection of the refugees to a large extent who are fleeing these wars, and I feel we are complicit in creating the misery that has led those refugees to flee their homelands, and yet when they come to Europe they find borders being closed against them. And then finally, in this year, the centenary of 1916, I would like to honour the men and women and children of 1916 who lost their lives to free this country from the murderous empire which was ruling half the world at that time.
Tone and Pierce and Connolly, 98 and 16. For war died sons of Roisin, brought children to take to the sea. All the great martyrs who died will haunt the halls, Leinster House and the door. And the souls that never rest till Ireland is free, the lies and greed and tyranny.
We were able to get actually quite close, and you can see here how close we actually were to the Learjet. Walking inside the perimeter of Shannon Airport was incredibly surprising. We had so much time before we were challenged.
I think the army guys who came out of the jeep are staggering out of their sleep.
On the right hand side here you can see the army finally responding to the fact that we were inside the perimeter of the airport. At that stage then they told us not to advance any further, which we complied with.
I must say I was petrified in the hour or so leading up to arriving to the airport, and especially arriving at the airport, because I was afraid that we weren't going to be able to manage to get through the fence. Once inside, we felt very relaxed. I could not believe that we could saunter for the best part of 3/4 of an hour across an airport with two important military and CIA planes there without anybody coming near us.
Shortly after then, things sort of swung into motion and the airport police were notified. First of all, to the army, we requested that they search the plane because we had reason to believe that it was complicit in the act of war crimes. They declined the request. We asked the airport police, seen here arriving, similarly, if they would search the aircraft, as we had reason to believe that it was complicit in war crimes. They too refused. And we also requested at this stage from the Gardai who were present for them to search the airplane, and they also refused the request. Yeah, as a result of the action then we were charged with criminal damage without lawful excuse. In the court in Gort, it mentioned that further charges may follow, so that's the current situation. I think it's important to stress at this stage, in declining the request to search this aircraft, all three security forces were in gross dereliction of their duty to protect the lives of innocent civilians. This aircraft, on the apron that we had attempted to search but were prevented from doing so, was very likely to be involved in these crimes. We were prevented, and the requests that we made both to the Army, Garda Síochána and Airport Police all were declined, likewise to search.
I found it all a bit eerie how an airport could be so lax in security with a very special CIA command communications and the Learjet on the tarmac.
I've been in the Middle East both as a military peacekeeper and promoting democracy and election monitoring. I've seen the wars in the Middle East. I've seen the people killed. My estimate of the number of innocent children killed by US-led wars in the Middle East is somewhere between probably 500,000 and 1 million, going back from the first Iraq war in 1991 right up to the Iraqi sanctions, which killed almost 250,000, if not more, and it's ongoing as we speak. At the present time, there is a new attack on Fallujah, the third attack on this city, supported by American bombing, happening as we speak. Some of the planes supporting that attack are probably going to Shannon Airport, possibly including the ones that are there right now. So it's primarily to stop Ireland's complicity in US wars in the Middle East, and in particular to stop the totally unjustified killing of children.
And our leaders who sold our future today desecrate our history. May God help their souls on Judgment Day. The lies and greed, the tyranny.
My hat was only confiscated just as we were about to be brought to the court, but I asked for my hat back and they said no, they were retaining it as evidence.